Let's walk on the wise path.
In the grand tapestry of life, there are moments of joy, love, and success, but there are also moments of pain, loss, and heartache. For many, the challenge lies in moving forward, in letting go of the past, and embracing the ever-changing nature of existence. In this inspiring journey, we turn to the wisdom of Buddha, the Enlightened One, to discover profound insights on how to move on. The teachings of Buddha offer us a path to find peace, happiness, and liberation by understanding the impermanence of life and the concept of non-self. 1. Live in the present. Buddha's timeless wisdom guides us toward living in the present moment, a powerful key to moving on in life. In a world filled with distractions and constant demands, we often find ourselves dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The result? We miss the beauty and richness of the present moment. Buddha's advice to not dwell in the past, not dream of the future, and concentrate the mind on the present moment is a call to mindfulness. It encourages us to be fully present, to savor every experience, and to appreciate the world around us. Imagine a childhood toy, once cherished and now forgotten. Just like that toy, everything in life changes and evolves. Buddha's teaching of anatta, or non-self, reminds us that our identity is a collection of ever-changing attributes. The you of the past is not the you of the present. This understanding makes regrets and nostalgia like daydreams, diverting us from the real experiences of the present. It's common for many of us to spend time thinking about mistakes made in the past and feeling regret. But according to the concept of anatta, you who made those mistakes has changed. You've learned and grown. There's no need to be hard on yourself for the things you did a long time ago. Similarly, wishing things were like they used to be is a daydream because people and situations change. If you tried to go back to how things were before, it wouldn't work out because you're not the same anymore. Thinking too much about the past or dreaming too much about the future takes away from the real life you have now. It's like spending all your time thinking about imaginary things instead of enjoying what's really happening in the present. But what about the future? It's good to plan for it, but sometimes we worry too much. We plan every detail, like exactly what job we'll have or what our house will be like. Life, however, doesn't always go exactly as planned, and we change as people, just as the world changes. This helps us think more realistically. Understanding the impermanence of life and the ever-changing nature of the self can help us break free from the shackles of the past and the anxieties of the future. It encourages us to ask ourselves what we want and what makes us happy in the present moment. By embracing the present, we can let go of what's already happened and what might happen and focus on what's happening right in front of us. This shift in perspective empowers us to move on with a sense of freedom and independence. 2. Embrace change. Buddha's profound teaching, everything that has a beginning has an ending. Make your peace with that, and all will be well, highlights the importance of embracing change as a fundamental part of life. Change, whether it is thrust upon us or initiated by our own choices, often brings discomfort and uncertainty. We may fear losing what we hold dear, resist the unfamiliar, and long for stability. However, the concept of anatta, or non-self, teaches us that even our sense of self is not constant. Just as our physical body, thoughts, and emotions change over time, our attachment to what we want to preserve can hinder our ability to move on and adapt to change. Embracing change doesn't mean that we have to love every aspect of it or pretend that change is always pleasant. Instead, it encourages us to find beauty in the transient nature of experiences. Change can be a transformative force, propelling us towards new horizons and opportunities for growth. Often, our attachment to the past stems from the fear of losing what we cherish, whether it's a job, a person, a house, a neighborhood, a cherished item, or a relationship. We cling to what we believe makes us happy or improves our lives. However, this attachment prevents us from being prepared for the inevitable changes that life brings. An illustrative example is a child who can't sleep without their favorite nightlight. The child becomes so reliant on the nightlight that they are unprepared when it eventually breaks down. However, if the child had been encouraged to understand that the nightlight might someday cease to work, they would have been better prepared and less devastated when that day arrived. This analogy applies to many aspects of life. We become so attached to the idea of permanence that we are shocked when change occurs. Embracing change is not only about being prepared for the losses it may bring, but also about recognizing the beauty in transitions. Some relationships, for example, come to an end when they have reached their zenith, with no negative memories to tarnish them. Instead of mourning these endings, we can be thankful for the purity of the experiences we shared. Change is an integral part of life's beauty. By letting go of our attachments and embracing change, we not only acknowledge the impermanence of existence, but also allow ourselves to move forward with grace. The fluidity of life, as emphasized by the concept of anatta, reminds us that even our own identities are constantly evolving. With this awareness, we can navigate life's changes more effectively and find beauty in the transformative process. 3. Be grateful. Buddha's wisdom extends to the importance of gratitude as a way to move on from the past and embrace the present. In his words, let us rise up and be thankful. Gratitude is a fundamental aspect of Buddhist teachings, emphasizing the need to focus on what we have rather than incessantly pursuing more. The idea of anatta underscores the ever-changing nature of our desires and feelings, making it challenging to ascertain what will truly bring us happiness. In our pursuit of happiness, we often act selfishly, believing that we deserve certain rewards or outcomes because of our kindness or efforts. However, Buddhism teaches us that there is no fixed self. Our feelings and desires are in a constant state of flux, making it difficult to assert that we truly deserve something. This fluidity of the self is analogous to filling one's plate at an all-you-can-eat buffet. You may think you want a third helping, but there's a good chance that much of it will go to waste within a few minutes. Our ever-changing desires and emotional states underscore the impermanence of our attachments. Gratitude offers an alternative perspective. By being thankful for what we already have, no matter how small, we reduce our attachment to past losses and unfulfilled desires. This shift in focus helps us appreciate the goodness in our lives, both in the present and the future. Gratitude allows us to accept that we cannot control every outcome and that our feelings and desires may shift with time. By acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, we can let go of what has already happened and look forward to the opportunities that lie ahead. In the pursuit of contentment and moving on from the past, gratitude plays a significant role. It enables us to detach from the notion of unchanging desires and shifts our focus to the present moment. As we become thankful for the small blessings in life, we find it easier to release our attachment to past regrets and unfulfilled wishes. This shift in perspective empowers us to focus on the present and look forward to a future filled with opportunities and happiness. 4. Increase your confidence. Buddha's teachings on self-confidence and personal growth provide invaluable insights into how to move on from past experiences and challenges. Buddha's words, "We become what we think," highlight the transformative power of our own minds and beliefs. Confidence is essential for navigating life's challenges and moving forward. However, many of us struggle with self-doubt and insecurities, which can hold us back from achieving our goals and finding happiness. The concept of anatta teaches us that there is no fixed self to know. We are not defined by our past mistakes or insecurities, and we have the freedom to shape our identity continually. Understanding that our flaws and insecurities are not permanent allows us to embark on a journey of self-improvement. In the process of letting go of the past, it's crucial to recognize that defining ourselves by our perceived shortcomings can be limiting. Self-improvement becomes a transformative journey when we understand that these flaws are not permanent features. Instead of being held back by past mistakes and insecurities, we can acknowledge them, work on improving ourselves, and gain control over who we want to become. Buddha's wisdom encourages us to take responsibility for our thoughts and beliefs. When we recognize the power of our own minds and actively work on cultivating self-confidence, we become more resilient and capable of moving on from past setbacks and challenges. Building confidence is not about ignoring or denying our insecurities, but about facing them head-on. It's about acknowledging that these insecurities do not define us and that we have the ability to change and grow. Through self-awareness and self-improvement, we can increase our confidence and step into a future filled with optimism and potential. The concept of anatta empowers us to shape our identities and move forward with grace, knowing that we are not defined by past mistakes, insecurities, or the judgments of others. 5. Forgive. Buddha's teachings on forgiveness offer profound insights into letting go of the past and finding peace within ourselves. His words, "Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace," underscore the true nature of forgiveness as an act of self-liberation. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as an act of kindness or reconciliation towards the wrongdoer. However, in reality, it is a gift we give to ourselves. When we hold on to grudges, resentments, or anger, we remain tethered to the past, unable to move forward and find inner peace. The concept of anatta teaches us that the person we blame for our pain, anger, or hurt has also changed. They are not the same person they were in the past. Just as we are ever-evolving beings, so are others. Holding on to grievances often keeps us imprisoned in a cycle of negativity where our past pain continues to haunt our present and future. Forgiveness is an act of liberation from this cycle. It's not about excusing or justifying the wrongdoer's actions, but about releasing the emotional burden that holds us captive. When we forgive, we are setting ourselves free from the past, allowing ourselves to move forward unburdened by grudges and resentment. Forgiveness is a courageous act, for it requires us to face the pain and anger that we may have carried for a long time. By forgiving, we acknowledge our own suffering and choose to break free from it. This act of letting go paves the way for inner peace and personal growth. Buddha's teachings on forgiveness remind us that holding on to past grievances only perpetuates our own suffering. By choosing to forgive, we grant ourselves the gift of peace and the freedom to move on from the past. It's an act of self-compassion that opens the door to personal growth and transformation. As we release our attachments to the past and the pain we have experienced, we find the strength to embrace the present and look forward to a future unburdened by grudges and resentment. This act of forgiveness is a powerful step on the path to healing and self-discovery. 6. Be compassionate. Buddha's teachings on compassion, known as Karu, provide profound insights into how we can move on from the past while fostering personal growth. Compassion is more than just recognizing the suffering of others. It's about taking action to alleviate that suffering. In a fast-paced world where we often overlook the suffering of those around us, focusing on our own concerns, cultivating compassion is a transformative practice. Incorporating the concept of anatta into the practice of compassion reminds us that every person we encounter has their own unique journey and experiences. This perspective encourages us to view each individual as someone's child, parent, or friend, allowing us to empathize with their suffering. By taking time for mindful meditation and self-reflection, we can nurture compassion in our hearts. This practice not only helps us move on from our own pain, but also enables us to be a source of solace and support for others. Compassion is a powerful force that fosters personal growth and creates a kinder, more interconnected world. Compassion begins with empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Recognizing the pain and suffering of those around us is a crucial step in the practice of compassion. It's about extending our hearts and minds to connect with the experiences of others, no matter how different they may be from our own. Through mindfulness, we can cultivate the habit of seeing the humanity in everyone we encounter. Each person has a story, a set of experiences, and a unique journey that shapes their lives. The concept of anatta teaches us that we are not fixed entities, and neither are others. We are all constantly evolving, shaped by the circumstances and choices that have brought us to the present moment. Practicing compassion is not only about relieving the suffering of others, but also about our own transformation. When we empathize and reach out to help those in need, we become better, more compassionate individuals. Compassion is a powerful force for personal growth, healing, and self-discovery. Buddha's wisdom on compassion is a powerful tool for moving on from the past. By focusing on the suffering of others and extending our support, we shift our attention away from our own pain and gain a deeper sense of purpose. The practice of compassion is a profound step on the path to personal growth and enlightenment. It allows us to leave behind the burdens of the past and look forward to a brighter, more interconnected future. In the footsteps of the Buddha, we've embarked on a journey of wisdom and enlightenment. To move on in life, we must embrace the impermanence of existence, let go of the past, and understand the concept of non-self. Living in the present, embracing change, cultivating gratitude, increasing our confidence, forgiving, and practicing compassion are all steps on this transformative path. Through these teachings, we can find inner peace, happiness, and the strength to overcome life's challenges. Let us remember that we are not fixed entities, but ever-evolving beings, capable of shaping our destinies and moving forward with grace and resilience. The wisdom of Buddha guides us on this empowering journey, offering a roadmap to a life of profound purpose, growth, and enlightenment.